Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. So give me 1 minute to get ready. You can see everyone who's here. Okay. Almost. Okay. I think I got everything. All right. So yeah, it's a little dark here. Sorry, I don't have enough light. But first of all, hi everyone.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
It's nice to meet you if I haven't seen you before, if you haven't been to one of my free readings before. And here's how it will go down. First, I will tell you a little bit about me for the ones who don't know me. And then I will tell you about the 7 kinds of spirit guides there are. And then we'll do the readings. Everyone who's here right now will get a mini reading. I think we're 7 people. Yeah, so we can get to everyone, definitely. So first about me. My name is Yamile. That's how you pronounce it. My last name is Yemoonyah. And I started working with spirit guides 16 years ago when one of my guides appeared in my bedroom in physical form in the middle of the night and woke me up. And as you can imagine, that was a little bit scary, but it also piqued my interest. So that's when I started studying the subject, started learning about all kinds of beings, multidimensional beings that are out there. And that's how I got started. So now I'm here and I do readings for other people because over the years I learned to also see other people's spirit guides, and it became quite a nuisance in the sense that I would be at a bar, for example, and I would see people's spirit guides and I had to go over and tell them about it. So I thought I'd better do something professionally with it. So here I am. And now I'm curious, who of you has already had experiences with spirit guides before? Just type in the chat and say yes or no.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
You all know where the chat is, how to use it?
I'm trying to find it now. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, not yet. Yes, Chris has already had experiences. Evie has experiences. Janet doesn't. And administrator, I don't know who that is, but doesn't either. All right. So it's a mixed bag. We'll see. So the thing is, even if you already know your guides, I don't control who's coming through. It might be another one of your guides. So don't be alarmed about that. We all have a team of guides, not just 1 or 2. And sometimes they even switch. Sometimes they're just with you for a week because you're dealing with a specific problem that they can help you with. Or sometimes they're with you for a year or a few years and then they go again. But some of them are with you for your entire life. So there are 7 kinds of spirit guides. There's angels, ancestor spirits. These ancestor spirits can be people that you know in your personal life, but they can also be ancestor spirits that are hundreds of years back, or even ancestor spirits from different lifetimes. There are also ascended masters. These are beings that have been on planet Earth as human beings, but have reached what we call enlightenment, and therefore don't have to do the whole reincarnation circle anymore, but they are still around to help us with our spiritual development. Then there's nature spirits. We usually see them as elves or fairies or gnomes, that kind of beings. Then there are star beings. These are sometimes called aliens or star people. I like the term star being better because alien sounds a little scary to a lot of people. And also then you always imagine like the ones, the grays with the big heads, but star beings can look very different as well. They can look like human beings. They can sometimes just look like a light. Then you have power animals, also called totem animals. These oftentimes run in the family, but not always. And then you have gods and goddesses. So these are the 7 kinds of spirit guides that can be with you. All right, so, and how this works, like how I do readings, because people always ask me and they're curious. It's basically that I'm clairvoyant, so I can, when I close my eyes, but first I will look at you, at the specific person that I'm reading, because that gives me information. Then I will close my eyes and I see clairvoyantly information. Sometimes I see the being itself, sometimes I just get like symbols or clues and I have to interpret them. And that's how I work. And then after I see images, I sometimes also work with my claircognizance, which means that I just know things. I'll just get downloads. While I do all this, my own guides help me connect with your guides, and they make sure that nothing that is like not connected to us in light or love can get through. So you don't have to be scared that any negative entities can come through. So yeah, I already mentioned that even if you know your guides already, or 1 or 2, it might be that others come through. So then just welcome them into the family, into your team. And also sometimes messages might not always make sense. They oftentimes do, but sometimes I will give you a message and you are thinking like, I don't know, but then over the next few days or even over the next few weeks, it sometimes suddenly makes sense. So just go with it. Remember the messages that you get and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna do a set an intention now for my spirit guides to come through and help me connect with your spirit guides, and also make sure that only beings from the light and only beings that are connected to us in love can come through and give you messages. I also ask your spirit guides to come through if they have a message for you, and to use me as their channel to give you that message, and to also protect you and your space, that only beings that come from the light and that are connected to your love can come through. And so it is. Thank you. All right, and now we can get started. So let's see. Let's see who's here. Okay. I'm gonna mute everyone for now. All right, so let's see. Do we have anyone who wants to go first? If you want to go first, like there's a button somewhere that you can raise your hand. Otherwise, I'll just pick someone. All right, how about, okay. Okay, oh, here's someone who's not muted. 1 second. Oh, weird. Why can't I mute her? Elle, I think that's your name. Can you mute yourself? Well, I don't hear you, so it's okay. All right. So I only see your name as administrator. I don't know. Susan?
Susan.
Okay, awesome. Hi, Susan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Yamile.
So were you one of the people who already knew one of their guides or not?
Pardon?
Are you one of the people that already, have you been in contact with one of your guides or not?
No, that's my quest.
Okay, awesome. But have you been on the spiritual path for a while or?
A very long time.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's see. So give me a minute to connect. Let's see. So I see a nature spirit. Looks a little bit like a gnome. It's a female. She's smaller. Maybe like, well, you can't see that probably. Not bigger than a meter high. Sorry, I just know the metric system. She looks a little bit like a gnome, but she's not wearing one of these hats. She's wearing a red skirt and a white blouse. She's showing me plants and herbs. I'm not entirely sure yet why. Let's see. Okay, so she's saying that either you already know about this or you should know about this, that plants and herbs are important to you. That this one's tough. Does this mean anything to you, plants and herbs?
I'm very in tune with plants and herbs. I have a very green thumb.
Okay.
And I work with herbs and plants.
Okay, awesome. Yes, okay. So when I tell you something, like if it makes sense to you, just say, yes, that makes sense, or no, it doesn't make sense, because when I get validation, when you say like, yes, then it helps me to get more information. So that's awesome. Okay. So then it also makes sense that she's around. So she says that she has been with you for a long time, not your entire lifetime, but for a long time. Actually, since before you got interested in plants and herbs. And she says she has healing abilities, and that's why she's with you, and she helps you to develop your own healing abilities. And you mostly do that through plants and herbs. She wants you to not only use them like in a physical sense, that you take them and make tea with it or something like that, but she wants you to connect with the essence of the plants and the herbs. So basically, she wants you to sit and meditate on, or with like either with the plant right in front of you, or with an image in front of you, or just like imagining the plant, and then try to feel the essence and the energy of that plant, and then basically try to merge with that essence. And when you do that, you can also use that essence and call on it when you do healing work, or when you just want to use that energy for yourself or others.
That's the coursework that I'm working on now.
Really? Oh, awesome.
Yes.
That's great. So so she's with you and she helps you with that. And
absolutely.
That's great. She's also showing me a dog. I'm not sure why. Do you have a dog?
I do.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Is there anything else about that dog? No, I think she just wanted.
What's her name?
Let me see if I can get a name. But first, she wanted. Okay, so she's saying she wanted to tell you about the dog just so you know this is like real, just another kind of affirmation that she knows what's going on in your life. Her name, let's see. She's saying Bridget. Wait, I'll write it down for you.
Okay.
Where's the chat? There. Okay.
Thank you.
See if there's anything else. Oh, she's also saying that it's important for you to work with the moon and cycles, especially the moon, when it comes to your plants and planting and working with your plants, but also in your own life working.
That's the other course. That's the other course that I'm taking, Yamile.
Well, that's awesome.
That's the other course that I'm taking.
Well, it looks like you're totally in tune and totally on your path. Let's see. Oh, she's telling me that you have the ability to, you have psychic abilities. And you can learn about them more if you use the moon, like the cycles of the moon and the energy of the moon. And also, I don't even know what that's called, but some people like have a bowl with water and like they look at the reflection of the moon in the bowl of water, and that's how they access their psychic abilities. And she's saying you should try that.
Thanks. I'll try that.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Maybe you can Google it, or maybe does anyone else here know what that's called? If you do, then please put it in the chat box. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, she says you're on your path and you're doing fine and keep doing what you're doing. And she's definitely with you. And when you try this, like with the bowl and the moon, that's also how you can connect with her.
Can she send me signs so I can visually see her?
Let's see. She says she's already sending you signs. You just have to pay attention. And she says, I think she's saying that your strongest clair, like your strongest psychic sense is not necessarily clairvoyance. I think it's more like clairsentience, which means that you feel things. So it's more for you better to pay attention to when you feel her energy than trying to see her.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense with the clairsentience, that you feel things? Are you an empath? Oh, wait.
I don't think I'm aware that I am in.
Okay. Yeah, so there are actually two different kinds of clairsentience. One is like the subjective one, that's like the empath, when people feel like basically in their heart. But there's also the objective clairsentience, which is when people feel on a physical level. So, for example, some people get cold when there's like a spirit being in the room, or they get really hot, or their feet start tingling, or their nose starts tingling, or something like that. And she says that's what she meant.
I'm not aware of that. I do feel the chills. I do feel,
yes, exactly.
When I'm meditating or I'm asking for a sign, I do feel that. But I think mostly I find that I verbally channel. I open my mouth, and whatever is supposed to come out is the perfect right thing to say for whomever I'm speaking with at that time.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's saying pay attention to like physical feelings. But sure, like maybe you can also try writing, channeling, like while you write, and communicate with her that way. But
Thank you.
pay attention to your chills and that kind of thing, because
Thank you.
yeah, when she's around, she will show herself that way. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. So let's mute you again. And who wants to go next? Anyone? Otherwise, I'll pick. Oh, Evie. Well, you've been last time, so I'll pick you last because I want to do everyone who hasn't been here first. So I'm gonna go with L, and I don't know how to say your name. It's El Naku. I don't know. Are you here? Say something if you are, because you're not muted anyway. Hello? Hello, hello. Okay, let's see if I can find you. Okay, so I can't see you. That makes it harder for me to do a reading. If you want one, please turn on your camera. And in the meantime, I'll go with someone else. So Carrie is raising her hand, so I'll unmute you. Okay. Carrie, can you say something? I can't hear you.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. All right. You haven't been with us before, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay, awesome. And it's Carrie, yeah, okay. Do you know any of your guides yet? Don't tell me which one, but just, I'm curious.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can tell me
Yes, I
later.
do.
Okay. And have you been on the spiritual path for a long time already, or?
Yes.
Okay, okay, let's see what I can see. Give me 1 second to sit a little bit better. Okay, I see. Actually, I see two beings. One is a goddess, and the other one is a star being. The star being is stronger, so I'll go with this one. It's a male. He says he's with you. He has strong healing abilities. He's working with you on that. Let's see. He says you're good with feeling energies. Especially doing things like Reiki. Are you aware of that already or not?
I've trained in Reiki, but I don't practice it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but he's definitely with you for the energy work that you do, be it with yourself or other people. You're very sensitive to energy, so he says you should go out in nature because that cleanses like your energy because basically you take on lots of energies of other people, and this cleanses you when you're out in nature. Especially at night. Do you have a garden or a balcony or somewhere where you can go outside?
Yeah, I have a huge garden.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so basically, this is a message I get a lot of from star beings, but they want you to go, your guide specifically wants you to go outside, especially at night when the stars are out, and look at the stars. Let's see if I can see which star system he's from. I think it's either the Pleiades or Orion. I'm not entirely sure. Do you have a connection to either of these that you know of?
Orion.
Okay, yeah.
Orion.
All right, then it's Orion.
As a kid, I used to call it the Three Little Bears.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, then basically at night go out and look at Orion when you want to connect to him. Let's see if I can get a name. Interesting. So he says he doesn't really have a name in like a human sense like we have names, but he says you can call him Ashtar, like the Ashtar command. I don't know if you've ever heard about that.
Yeah, I spoke with him a few years in Mount Shasta.
Sorry, say that again?
I spoke with the Ashtar Command when I was in Mount Shasta in 2013.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. So let's see. He says you're connected to a whole, to like a group of people that are all down here on Earth, but also a group of like star beings. Let's see, are they all from Orion? I don't know, but like a group of beings.
Okay.
Probably Ashtar Command. I don't know because I don't know too much about Ashtar Command. But anyway, So yeah, you're connected to this group of people and these group of star beings, and they work together, and they basically work. They do Earth grid work.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. There you go. So yeah,
I'm going out and I'm repairing energetically where things are broken between the Devic community and the Earth lines and so on and so forth.
yes, exactly. Okay, well then let's see if he has anything else. If you already know all that, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Let's see. I don't get anything else from him. I think, oh, this time it's really awesome. They're all just here to basically validate that you are in contact with him, to let you know that, yeah, he's still here. He helps. He has worked with you over several lifetimes.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, also interesting. I'm getting a few people that came to me for readings that have worked over several lifetimes with their spirit guides. You're one of them as well. And yeah, he says that you're very clear about like who you are and where you're from, also in a cosmic sense, and what your job is, because you've like worked on this over several lifetimes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and basically keep doing what you're doing. He's definitely with you, helping you, doing your thing. And he's gonna help you also find more people that are in line with your kind of work, and so you can work together with them. That will come over the next year.
Excellent. That's what I was thinking. I was going in the direction of.
Okay, awesome. That's great.
Thank you, Yamile.
You're welcome. So who wants to go next? Let's see. Anyone want to raise their hand? Oh, there's 2 hands already. Let's go with Chris. I'm gonna unmute you. Can you say something? Because then I can see your image better.
Hi, I'm here. I've been bouncing around the entire time trying to get ready to go to work, so I can sit and settle now.
Okay, awesome. Nice Christmas tree in the background.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's see. By the way, sorry if I stare at you like a crazy person. It just helps me to like connect. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, I think I'm seeing an ancestor spirit. It's a older lady, a little bit like a grandmother figure. I'm not sure if she actually looks like this or if I'm just getting the symbol for like grandmotherly figure, but I'll just describe it and maybe it makes sense to you. She's round. She's wearing glasses with like what, like they're like on a string.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing earrings with like diamonds in them, or some kind of stone in them. She's like short gray curly hair. Does this make any sense to you?
No.
I'm asking because if it doesn't, then it's like further back, but I want to know like if this is someone you've known in your life or if this is like further back.
Not that I can recall. Not
Okay.
that I am aware of.
Okay. So then it's either, sorry?
Does she have a name?
I don't know yet. Wait, let me see first, because so she, let's see. I can't really tell if she's from a different lifetime or if she's from like further back in this lifetime, but she's definitely with you, and she says she's here to help you with family issues. Do you have kids?
No.
Who is this? This is weird. Because she is talking about kids. Okay, so this doesn't make any sense to you. If this makes sense to anyone else who's here, please type it in the chat because that sometimes happens. Okay, I'm going to see if there's anything else. Otherwise, I'm going to see if there's like another being for you here. And maybe it makes more sense like in next week or something. I don't know. But maybe I'm just picking up on someone else's guide. Let's see. Is there anything else she has to say? Well, she keeps talking about family, especially kids that are in trouble somehow, that are going through a rough time. Do you have any nephews or nieces that this would make sense to?
No, I only have one nephew who's 3, so I don't think he's in trouble yet.
Okay, no, I hope not. I don't know. Okay, then I'll just let this go for now. Let me see in the chat if this makes sense to anyone else. No, okay. Well, then I'll see if there's anyone else. Let's see. Well, there's a goddess. She says she's the moon goddess. Um, I see her sitting, basically, she's sitting in meditation pose, and she's interesting. Okay, so this is what I see. She's sitting, and she has like a pregnant belly, and the belly is like inside her belly, but you can see it from the outside as the universe. So you see like all these star systems and galaxies and all that. Let's see what she says. This is so weird because she as well is talking about kids. She's actually holding a baby in her arms. This is really weird. Do you have like, is there like, do you work with kids or anything with kids? Because
No, it's interesting that you should bring up that image because I've, do you know the Gaia statue where her belly is the globe?
oh yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, at least I know an image. Yeah, go ahead.
I am very attracted to that image. I've almost bought that statue several times in last year, but.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Maybe you should.
I'm interested about the moon goddess. I have quite a relationship with the moon.
Okay, so I don't know why they all keep showing me kids. Maybe, let me see, maybe it's not about like literal kids. Maybe it's about, because sometimes it's more about projects or other things that you birth. Let's see. Okay, so she's saying that somehow you're connected to birthing things or children or whatever it is. But so for you as well, work with the moon cycles, especially when you work on things that you want to manifest, that you want to create, that you want to bring into this world in some way. You will do better if you work with the moon cycles. Also, just this is coming from me, not from her, but I keep this image keeps coming into my head. But on I don't know if you know Hay House, the publishing company. They have a sale at the moment, and one of the books that are on sale is Moonology. I'll write it down for you, but just look at it. Maybe you want to get it. Okay. Sorry, that wouldn't get it off my head, and now I can concentrate again. So yeah, focus on moon cycles to help you with manifesting things that you want in your life. She's also saying when it comes to relationships, it's important for you to look at moon cycles and work with them. See if she says in what way. Okay, so yeah, she says that you have to pay attention to the moon cycles in the sense that sometimes it's easier for you to connect with other humans, and that corresponds to like the cycles of the moon, but also the cycles of your own, like your female cycles. Why is that funny?
I've spent a lifetime dealing with PMS and PMDD type of. I'm very, very, very aware of where I am in my menstrual cycle. Always.
Oh, okay, yeah. So awesome. So do you already like have a calendar where you write down when you have like your period and that kind
I
of?
actually have an app called H-Scope, which is
Okay.
it's very interesting.
Okay, so she also wants you to like not just look at it, but actually actively take notes of how you feel that day, like your energy, if it's up or down, if you feel like you want to go out and connect to people or not, and then really work with that. Don't go against it.
Okay.
Yeah, she keeps saying also in relationships, also, specifically when it comes to conflict in any kind, could be with, I don't know, coworkers or your partner or your mother, or doesn't matter, to also look at that, like basically additionally to writing down like how you feel energetically, also write down like how you relate to other people in these cycles, and then it will help you to avoid conflict situations. Let's see. She wants you to get some kind of image of the universe. Could be a photo or a painting or something like that, or maybe have it on your phone, like as a what's it called, like a background, or on your laptop, but somewhere that like shows the universe so you can connect to that, because she says that helps you open your mind and open your seventh chakra, and that will help you get downloads from the universe, like knowledge, wisdom. Oh, and she says it's important to also connect to other women, like something like a women's circle. Or like if you already have like a group of women, like a group of friends that come together often, definitely keep doing that. Or if you don't have that yet, start doing it. Like have a group of like do girls' nights, something like that. Yeah. I think that's it for now.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
I have to leave, but I really do appreciate the time. Maybe I'll be back next week.
Sure. Come come again.
Thank
All right.
you.
Bye. Have a great
Bye.
rest of your day.
You too.
All right. Let's see. Who wants to go next? We already had Carrie, so why can't I? Well, Carrie, can you like put your hand down again? I can't do it really. So.
How do we put our hands up? I'm sorry. I'm very new to this technology. I'm late in the group.
Oh, okay. Well, let me do the people first who were here from the start, and then if we still have time, I'll take you as well.
Okay.
So who was here from the start and wants to go? We had Carrie already. We had Sherry. Were you here from the start? Let's see. Well, just anyone who has been here from the start, unmute yourself and just introduce yourself. Otherwise, I'll just go with... Hello?
Hello.
Hello, who's here? Can you say your name? Hello. Sherry, is that you? Can't really hear you.
But there's a Sherry and a Carrie on here.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking. I don't know who's talking. Someone was talking just now.
Yeah, that's Sherry, not Carrie.
But I can't see her. Where are you? Let's see, because I need to. Oh, wait. Now I'm confused. Sherry, that was you. Okay, I'm just gonna go with because we. Anne, did we have you already? I don't think so. Gonna unmute you. Can everyone else please mute themselves? So.
I'm not muted or not.
No, you're not. But I still can't see you. Hold on, because it's important that I see you. Where are you? Why can't I see you? This is so weird. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go with Anne now. Are you unmuted yet? Let's see. Can you say something, Anne?
Okay. Yes, hello. I'm Anne from Quebec, Canada. Excuse my English.
Oh. No problem.
I'm just very interested to be more open to receive teachings from guides. I think many times in my life, I just receive something and just go, no, it cannot be true, or and so it's time to reopen to that.
All right. So, yeah, I just saw. Sorry, Sherry, I called you Carrie. I'm getting confused here with everyone. Sorry about that. So let's see. Okay. I'm seeing a nature spirit with you. It's a male. He looks a little bit like you would, or this is how he shows himself. And I have to mention, this is important for everyone. Spirit guides don't actually have a physical form, but they show themselves in a form that makes sense to us. So a lot of times, especially with us, like this generation that grew up with Disney films, for example, especially nature spirits, show themselves and they almost look like Disney figures. That doesn't mean that they actually look like that. It just means that they use this form so it makes sense to us. So what I'm seeing is like basically a being that shows itself as a dwarf in the Disney sense. A little bit like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He says you're very connected to nature. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me see. So basically what he's showing me that when you go for walks in nature, and I kind of what I see is a forest with pine trees, and there's like a little creek, and there's like bigger boulders next to that creek. Do you know a place that looks like this?
Yes, my parents' place.
Okay. So he says that when you're out in nature, but specifically this place, he's always with you. And he's teaching you to communicate with nature and to really pay attention to the beings that are in nature, animals, but also trees and stones. He's showing me that you, in a past life, you were very able to talk to nature beings. You do that a lot, actually, and you lived somewhere out in nature. I think it was somewhere in North America. Could be the US, could be Canada, somewhere. You either live there with only your family or actually by yourself. In either case, you were like kind of further away from like other people, like from civilization. And because you spend so much time in nature, you learned how to communicate with these nature beings. That's also when you came in contact with this specific being, and he's still with you. Do you have a stone at home that comes from this place, like your parents' place?
No, I don't think so. I do have a few stones, but no.
Okay, so next time you go there, he wants you to pay attention, and you will find a specific stone that he wants you to bring home. And you can use that stone to connect to nature, even if you can't go out and because you're, I don't know, in a city or because of whatever reason it is, like the stone will always connect you to nature and to your like ability to communicate with nature.
Okay.
Do you have animals?
Sorry, could it be a way to communicate with my mother who has Alzheimer?
Wait 1 second. Can you answer that question first? Do you have animals? Like, do you have a dog or a cat? Do you have animals? Do you have a dog or a cat or anything like that? Okay.
No.
He's showing me a dog. I'm not sure why. Okay, so let's see.
Is it a white dog?
Grayish.
Okay.
Longer hair. First, yeah. Could also be a dog like somewhere, I don't know. It says you either already know that dog or it will come to you in some form. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's see it. Look at your mom. Oh, okay. So he says that because you're good at communicating with nature beings, what you basically learn from that is that you don't need to use words necessarily to communicate. You can communicate in different ways, specifically energetically. So you can feel energy patterns, and you can feel when energy changes. The more you work with that, the more you remember these abilities, the better you can also communicate with, for example, your mom or other human beings who might not fully be here anymore, or who cannot communicate in some way.
Okay.
Let's see. So yeah, he says you should definitely believe in that ability of yours that you have, and really use that. If necessary, he says you should go take a course in like take a course or find someone who knows how to do this, learn from others how to do this, because he says you don't necessarily trust yourself enough or trust enough in that ability that you can communicate without words.
Yeah, of course.
But also he says definitely go out in nature as often as you can, because that will help you with this. Also, he says that when you're with your mom, call on him to help you with this.
Okay.
Also,
does he have it?
1 second. Also, your mom has an angel around her, and so like this dwarf being can communicate with the angel as well. So what you can do is when you're with your mom, you can call like your spirit guide, and you can call on your mom's angel. And that will help you. And that angel is with their mom, and it's a female, and she will take care of your mom. She will make sure that she's okay, and that even though she has like this illness, her angel is with her always. Yeah. Sorry, did you have a question?
It's beautiful. Thanks a lot. Yes, I want to know if he has a name or a specific way to connect with him. It's just.
Let's see. So he says he has a name, but that's like we wouldn't even be able to pronounce that. That happens a lot, actually, that they have names, but like we can't say it as human beings. But he says to call him Balin, which is funny because I think that's also actually a Disney character name, or it's from some movie. I'm not sure, but anyway, he says that's how you can communicate with him. Just call him that.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
A last question?
Sure, go ahead.
Can I ask a last question?
Yeah,
okay,
go ahead.
I went through a heart surgery last week and this Monday. Is there something specific I could do to help myself protect my heart?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, he says you have to open your heart more. He says that you kind of like throughout life, there were some situations in your life, and you basically built a wall around your heart. That's what's causing your heart problems. It's what he's showing me is basically a heart, and there's like a wall around it and on all sides, and the heart is trying to breathe, but it can't because the wall is like too it's yeah, how do I say this? Like it's too narrow. It doesn't have the space. So you need to do exercises for your heart. For example, just go to YouTube, type in heart chakra meditation, find one that you like, and do it for the next 30 days, before you go to bed, or when you wake up in the morning, or whenever you have time for it. But once a day for 30 days. You can find different ones. That's okay. You don't have to do the same one, but for 30 days, work on your heart chakra.
Okay.
All right.
Found something by chance just yesterday, so
okay,
does
awesome.
a lot of sense.
Okay, awesome. That's great. You're very
so much.
welcome. Okay, let's see. Who wasn't yet? Is Janet still here? She hasn't been yet. Guess not. So who hasn't had a read yet? Let's see. Patty. Okay, let's go with you. Let's see. Okay. Do you want to? Yeah, you're Patty. We know that. But have you been on the spiritual path for a long time, or are you just starting? Oh, wait, you're still muted. Hold on. Where are you? Here. Okay. No, now you're unmuted. Okay.
Maybe about 5 years.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Could you do me a favor and just take off your glass for a second? Because, okay. Sorry about that. But that makes. Oh yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure who's around, but someone is showing me images of you in a past life, which is interesting because someone else in the last reading last week had a very similar past life. So what I see, and I'm just going to tell you because maybe then I can see who's showing me this. What I see is that you had a past life as a healer. Yeah, as a healer, you worked with plants, herbs, and this was in a time when, basically during the witch hunts. Oh, okay. So, yeah, definitely during the witch hunts. I'm trying to figure out if it was in Europe or in the U.S. I think it was in the U.S. or North America at least. You lived in a smaller village. Okay, so you lived in a smaller village. Someone didn't like what you were doing, or they didn't get from you what they wanted in some way, and that's how that's how the story unfolds. That people started calling you a witch. They started seeing you as as negative, not as a positive force in the village, and you had to flee. You didn't. You weren't burned or anything like that. You weren't killed, but you had to flee. And you had to start all over again somewhere else. And I think you had a child with you. I'm still not entirely sure who's showing me this, but does this make any sense to you? Does it feel like this makes sense to you?
Yes, I have been told years ago that I was a healer with plants.
Okay.
And also I listened to your YouTube video last week and that resonated with me.
Oh, okay.
Like it felt like something that was true for me.
Okay. Let's see. They said in France. I'm not sure. It could be that actually you started out in France and that it happened in France and then you went to the US because of that. That would make sense. Yes, that would make sense. Okay. So, but I think you had a child with you, a girl. She was about 12 or 13 when this happened. And it's important for you to acknowledge this past lifetime so you can, just like this person last week, so you can live your life now more fully. So maybe you can do like a past life regression, or just read more about this time, or just sit down and basically sit down and set a watch for 20 or 30 minutes and start writing when I was a healer in my past life, and then just keep writing for 20-30 minutes. Don't stop. If you don't know what to write, just write, I don't know what to write, and then it'll just flow through you. And just like write down whatever comes out, and that will help you to basically clear yourself of that past life. And I think you're connected to a goddess. Actually, there are three beings. There's a goddess, there's a star being, and there's a nature spirit. And they all kind of work together with you. Back then, they were with you as well, but you weren't aware of the star being, I think. But you were aware of the nature spirit, and you were aware of the goddess. Oh, okay. So that's actually one of the reasons why you were driven away from that village, because you were connected to the goddess, and this was more a Christian village. Okay, so they wanted you to basically convert to Christianity, and you didn't want to do it. Because you knew that there's also a female principle, like a female universal principle, and you didn't want to deny that. Okay, and that's also something you taught your daughter back then, that to be proud of being a woman, that it's okay to be a woman, that women have their own abilities that are important in life. Okay, so and this is also tying into your life now, like work with women is important. Does that make sense to you?
Sort of. I really don't know what my purpose is. I'm kind of in limbo right now.
Okay, so yeah. So the thing is that because of that past life, you were kind of holding back on your purpose, because you're afraid that you will like be driven away, that people don't like you. And like in the deepest of your like heart, you know what it is. But you're afraid to actually listen to that little voice inside of you. And I think it has to do with women. Something about empowering women in some way. I'm not sure how. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'm involved with some women in terms of dance and like a women's virtual art group.
Okay, yeah, okay. So,
but I'm really just...
Go ahead.
I'm really just starting to dip my toes in those areas. I was away from dance for a long time and just starting to get back into it. And same thing with the art. I just haven't really done anything for years now. I've kind of been invited into a women's group that's really made up of spiritual women that I've met through the spiritual quest I'm on, and I do art, so
Okay, yes, okay, that's it.
I'm kind of being pulled in that direction, even though I don't really.
Yes, okay, that's it. So basically, what they want you to do is like go to that women's art circle. Actually, it's funny because right before you start, like I asked that question right before you started speaking, I heard like it's something about also like work with the body, and I wasn't sure if it was health. Like the dance makes sense because it's like you do it with your body, obviously. So that's very important that you do this, and this like doing this will lead you like step by step to like your purpose in your path. So definitely do that. And also let's see, yeah, like basically working with your body, dance, but also painting, doing physical things is important, and that will lead you to your purpose. So follow these like breadcrumbs that basically start with these women's circles, and then see where it leads you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's see. Who hasn't been yet? Am I missing anyone? I think everyone's had a go, right? Except for Evie, right? Okay.
I went before. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, ago you did it. I went then.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
I had gone, I think it's been about 2 or 3 weeks ago when you had done it before. So I was trying to wait till everybody who hasn't done it at all had gone.
Yeah, that's good. So I don't remember who I connected you with, because usually, because I'm here but not really, so I always forget. If you want me to connect to that same spirit guide, let me know. Or if you want, like I can see if I can connect with that spirit guide again, or I can just see what happens.
I just want to see what happens.
Okay, awesome. And I see that Carrie, I think we haven't done it yet. He'll be next. Let's see. Sorry, sometimes it takes a little while. Who wants to come through? Okay. Funny. So what I'm seeing is like a giant kind of being. Funny. Male, really huge. He's laughing really hard. It's funny. He says he's here with you just for a little while, and he's here for you to grow into your own strength and power. He is funny. He's showing me like himself, and like he's like this with his hand, and he says like he's showing me you in his hand, like you're maybe this big, so you can imagine how big he is, how tall. He has a huge beard. He shows himself like as living in the mountains, and he he basically wants you to grow into your own power and your own strength. He says you have a huge you have a lot of like how do you say this, like a huge reservoir of power and energy that you don't know about, and he wants you to tap into that. Okay, so he's saying that what he wants you to do is like on a daily basis to imagine yourself, like when you meditate, imagine yourself growing. Like basically start with like just seeing yourself as you are, and then he wants you to see yourself growing like until you reach the what's it called in English? Oh God, sorry. The like until you're as tall as your room, and then grow beyond that, and until you're as tall as your house, and then beyond that, as tall as like the planet, and beyond that, until you can like basically hold the planet in your hands like this, and that will help you like develop your inner strength.
Okay.
And he's just funny. He keeps laughing. And he's also showing me like a little mouse. So he has his companion, a little mouse that's sitting on his shoulder. Oh, okay. So sometimes he can take the form of a mouse. Oh, okay. So next time you see a mouse, be it like in real life or be it like on a picture or an image or whatever it is, that's him. That's how he sends you signs. Like whenever you see a mouse, he wants you to imagine yourself like really big, like really tall, so you can hold the earth in your hand.
Okay.
He says you're gonna see at least one mouse over the next week, but actually he's gonna send you way more, so pay attention to that.
Okay.
And he wants you to take on like challenges. He says that sometimes you get opportunities, but you don't take them because you're basically afraid. You think you can't handle it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that's what he's here for. He's also saying that over the next year, there will be a big opportunity coming for you, and he's here to get you ready for that. It's going to be about work.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What you're saying makes a lot of sense, because I noticed a lot of knowledge is being just dropped in my lap about a lot of different things, and I wasn't sure like what I should do with this. I know that I'm a light worker and I'm supposed to be doing that type of work. I'm not sure what I guess what vehicle I'm supposed to be doing it in. I'm taking a tarot card course now, but I noticed a lot about mediumship is dropping in my lap also. So I'm just wondering what am I supposed to be doing? Like how am I supposed to, I guess, be helping?
He's saying it will show itself over the next year. You should just follow all these leads, basically. Do the tarot thing, look into mediumship, look into anything that interests you, basically, and then all that will come together and you will know. And like I said, there will be an opportunity for you coming that has to do with work in this next year. Next 12 to 15 months. Basically, learn about everything and anything that interests you. And just follow like these leads, follow the intuitive breadcrumbs that you're getting, and it will all come together. But definitely work on yourself, like in a sense that you are not afraid to take on challenges. So over the next months, every time there is a challenge that you kind of shy away from, take it on, just to practice and be ready for when like this big opportunity comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That makes sense.
You're welcome. All right, so Carrie, so I'm still not really sure if we did you already or not.
Hello?
Hello. Ah, there you are. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So I hope you're not driving.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just sitting outside because I'm hot.
Okay. Just want to make sure because it's not safe to drive. And
No.
do this. So have you been on the spiritual path for a while, or?
Probably for about a year. Not a long time.
Okay. Let's see. You have an angel with you. This angel has been with you for your entire life. Okay, so here's a random question. Have you ever had blonde hair?
No, my sister did.
Okay. Anyway, it's definitely an angel. It's a female angel. Big white wings. She shows herself as a maternal figure. Okay, so there's something about there's something about your mom, I'm not sure if I'm interpreting this right, so I'm just going to say it and you can tell me if this makes sense. There's what I'm seeing is something about your mom, that your mom either wasn't there or she was not in some emotionally not available, or something.
Kind of, yeah.
Something about her not being around for you.
She is, but we kind of are like oil and water.
Oh, okay. So basically what that makes sense, because what your angel is saying that you basically took over like the mom role for you, even though you might have not been aware that she is around, but she always made sure that you're okay, that you're being cared for. She says she loves you very much. She's really sweet. She's telling me to tell you that she's hugging you, that always when you feel sad, she's with you and hugging you. But if you pay attention, you can actually also feel her. Like it will be like a kind of like warm energy, like that envelopes you like a hug. That will be her. She says she's done that like throughout your life, and as a child you would sometimes actually feel that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that was her, and she says there's something you're worrying about currently. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So she says not to worry too much about it.
Okay.
It will be okay. I'm not sure if this is correct, but is it a family issue?
Sort of.
Okay. But yeah, she says it's going to be okay.
Okay.
She says not to, don't worry too much about it because it's not good for your health.
Okay.
You have to watch that. Like, so if you start worrying too much, call on her. Meditate.
Okay.
Make sure that don't get like too stressed out, because it's not good for your body. If you worry too much, it will like reflect in your health. So yeah, she keeps saying that, so pay attention to that. If you have to, go take a meditation class or
Okay.
yeah. She also says when you start worrying too much, generally, okay, so she's saying you're kind of like a worrier generally. So okay, so if she says if you do that, what you need to do is like take 3 deep breaths. Like every time you feel yourself going like getting anxious, just like 3 times. That will slow you down. And then once you did that, remember her and remember that she tells you to take care of your health, not to worry too much, not to get too anxious too much. That will slow you down and like, yeah, recalibrate you. Let's see, is there anything else? I don't know why, but this one dog keeps popping in. Do you have a dog? Sorry, this is really weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it like a grayish dog?
Yep.
Okay. So, oh God, thank God. I was wondering, maybe that was your dog who popped in all the time.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, so she's saying that your dog is with you to also look after you. He can actually sense her. So if he starts like barking and you don't know what's going on, that might be because it's her.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Is there anything else? I think that's actually it. She just doesn't want you to worry too much. But do you have a question?
Does she have a name I can call her?
Let's see. Sally. She says to call her Sally. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Also, by the way, she says you have a very big heart. Like you have a lot of love to give. Yeah, you should know that. You should know that you have such a big heart and that you have a really, like, that you have a lot of love inside yourself. And
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's okay to also give that love to yourself, not just to others.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
All right. So anyone else? Or did we have everyone? Ooh, it's already half an hour over time. Didn't even realize. Okay, well, then I'm going to thank my guides for being here and helping me connect you with your guides, and I thank your guides for showing up for you and giving you all these like beautiful messages, and I'm letting all of them go now. And thank everyone for being here. Thank you so much, guys. This was lots of fun for me. I hope you had fun too, and it was useful for you. Also, if you are not in our Facebook group yet, come join us. It's spiritguideschool.com. I'll post it. Hang on. Come on. Well, spiritguideschool.com. And also, if you haven't taken the quiz yet, because there is a quiz, a free quiz on my website, you can take that as well. I'll post the link here. It's fun because it will show you which of the 7 spirit guides you have, and it will give you a little description. Also, if you want to know more about your spirit guide, like the kind of spirit guide you have, head on over to that same website, and I have a blog posts for all of them. Also blog posts for how to connect better with your spirit guides, how to communicate better with them, all kinds of tips. And if you want to book a private session, you can do that as well, and you can go to this link. Just go to my website and you will find all the information there. When I do a private session, it will be an entire hour, and yeah, I will be able to go deeper into this and give you more messages. And that was it. Thank you for sharing your time with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Beautiful
welcome.
lady.
Thank you.
Goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.